Hello everyone. Today our topic is how to read CSV file in PySpark using delimiter. So generally we'll read CSV file using spark.read.options infer schema equal to true, options header equal to true, and CSV with CSV file path. Suppose if you have files like this text document dot txt, and if you see the inside the data, each data column or values, it is separated with comma. So this particular file is separated with comma, and if you see this particular file, it is separated with escape characters. See here a double quote is there, here single double quote is there, and here double double quote is there. And if you see here we are using commas. So that means this is full one word. And if you see here, double quote laptop, double quote electronics, and starting and ending with double quote. And inside that we have one more double quote. So this is full word, hello world, and world it has again double quote. And the same way for each value, inside double quote, one more double quote is there. So this is one example. And delimiter with pipe. So pipe means this one. So earlier we have comma, now we have pipe. So this is one format, and quote, and see here a double quote. So for each value we have double quote. And if you see here, starting and ending with the double quote, and in between comma is there. And we have one more format. See here a double quote, and if you see here tri triple quote, sorry, starting and ending is a double quote, and inside that again double quote. Okay, and here also it is there like this. So starting and ending is double quote, and in between again double quote is there. And we have one more format, that is semicolon. So initially we saw comma, then pipe, then this is semicolon. So next we have tab. So tab means, so normally here either comma, pipe, semicolon will be there. So tab means in keyboard, if you use tab button, so you will get default some three spaces. So that kind of format this one. And next, this is mixed type of delimiter. So here comma is there, and so here comma is there, but if you see date, so date has with a different format. So here this is different date format. So we'll see all these kind of different files how to handle in C while reading the CS. So first we'll see using infer schema and header. So first we'll see with infer schema and header how it will read, and these are the common separators we'll use while reading the CSV file. So first one is comma, so that is default format. So second is pipe and tab. So tab means \t /t, so that is tab, and this is semicolon. So these are the different types of separators we have. So we'll see one by one now. So first one we'll see with comma separated CSV. So this is the default delimiter. So here we are calling as comma separated CSV, but if you see the data file type dot txt, docs.txt. And so first I'm trying with using infer schema and delimiter. So here I'm reading with default delimiter. So that means Here I'm not mentioning like delimiter, comma. So if you don't mention also, by default, it will take comma separator. So spark.read dot option. So here I'm using two options. In first option, I'm mentioning infer schema equal to true. And in second one, I'm mentioning header equal to true and dot CSV. And here I'm mentioning file path. So first one is delimiter underscore comma. So this is the default format with comma separated. And this is dot txt file. And if you read this, so we will get exactly means you will get correct data frame. So without any deviation. And you can see that relevant data types. So product type, product name, category, and price. So since I given infer schema equal to true, so by default it detecting the data types. So each column data type it detect. So this is first one. And second one, here the only difference is I'm adding option delimiter as comma. In option, I added delimiter and here I mentioned comma and remaining all same. Still you will get same result. You will get same result. Why? Because since the delimiter, comma delimiter is the default delimiter option, whether you provide this option or without providing this option, it will read by default as comma separated. So both are fine. If you mention or if you don't mention, so both are fine. So both will read as same way. And next we'll go for other thing, that is pipe separated CSV. So here we have two methods. In method one, dot option, so delimiter as pipe. So delimiter as pipe. So earlier I given option delimiter comma. So instead of comma, I'm mentioning pipe here, pipe symbol. And method two is using instead of delimiter. So instead of delimiter, dot option sep. Sep means separation and pipe symbol. So here spark dot read option infer schema equal to true and option header equal to true. So first we'll see this pipe. This is escape. We'll check with pipe. So delimiter pipe. So we have delimiter with pipe like this. First we'll read without mentioning delimiter option and we'll see how it reads. So here what I did, here I'm not mentioned delimiter option. Here I mentioned only infer schema equal to true and header equal to true. And if you observe here, the entire thing it reading as single row. See all the header columns, whatever here, all these header columns, it reading as one column. See here, the header name coming, all the things has one value, means one column. And we have total 6 rows. And each row, the entire thing, it considering as one row. See here, this entire thing considering as one row. And if you see data type, see this entire thing is considering as one column and by default it read as string. Since we given infer schema equal to true and since here text is there, by default it reads as string type. So now what I'm doing, I'm adding this option delimiter as pipe. So as soon as I add this option, it reads now correctly. So first it will read column product ID, then delimiter is there. So it will split their product ID and at the same way values also. So first it will come to 1, then delimiter is there. So it will stop here and so on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will print for this particular column. And similar way, next after delimiter, what is the value? Product name. And delimiter is there, it will stop here. And similar way here, laptop, so it will stop here. Mobile, it will stop here. Table, it will stop here. So product name and this relevant values you will get. At the same time, next it will come to category, next it will come to price. So it will split these things into separate column, and price it will split into separate column. So we'll get in proper tabular format, and we are getting proper schema also. So product name, column name, data type, column name, data type. Okay. So this is about head delimiter as pipe. So next, tab separated file. So that is TSV. So columns are separated by tab, not spaces. So that means tab means /T, that is tab character, and explanation not visible in file. So must specify explicitly. So Spark won't auto detect. So these cases we need to write like option separator, and tab we need to write here / and T. So this is same as delimiter. Works only at read time, not post read effect. So that means while reading this file, we need to mention this option. So tab means this one. So tab symbol we need to, it will be like this, and it will not be visible in file. And if you see the CSV path, and if you see here, I mentioned only infer schema equal to true, header equal to true. And first I want to check if you, without mentioning delimiter option, how it reads. So delimiter underscore tab. If you see the file, delimiter underscore tab, this one. See here, you can see this much gap. See here, if you click here, you will get this much gap. That means if you come to keyboard, first you type 1, then if you press tab button, you will get this much gap. See here, between column also same gap, tab gap, between values also tab gap. Okay, so that's the told, like it will not be visible, but by looking can assume that, means we can conclude that that is tab space. So first I'm reading without mentioning delimiter. So it reading as entire thing as 1. That means first if you see this one, so this whole thing as considered as 1 column, and remaining rows it considered as single value. See this whole thing as 1 value, this whole thing as 1 value, it like that. 6 values it considered as single values. See here, single value. All are considered as single value. So single column with the single values. And see here, this column comes like this. And see here, we don't see here product ID, and it looking like continuously coming, but how actual is product underscore ID. See here, back /T, and column name product underscore name, and then /T in between, and category, after category /T, again price. But actually it reads like that. So wherever tab space is there, it will read like backspace T, and it reading as string. So all these values it reading as string. So now what I'm doing, I'm defining this option. So option delimiter. So either you can write here delimiter or same. So both are same, and delimiter as forward slash, sorry, this can be forward or backslash and T. So if you mention this, it will read in correct format. So here what I'll do, I will update. We can write either delimiter. Okay. And what I will do, this also I will write one more cell to show with sub operation. So I'm running this, means I'm running this particular cell. So initially first time it will take some time to run this cell. Okay. Okay. So next I will come here, tab separated. So here what I will do, so here I will add one more cell and I will show you with separator also. This is delimiter. So here I'm mentioning cell. So if I try to run this one, so here I will mention cell, and here I will mention cell, and here I will mention cell. So you will get same result. So result will be same. So you can use either delimiter or sub operator. So both are same. Okay. So next, semicolon separated. So not every CSV file is a comma separated. So if your data frame loads as one column, the file may be semicolon delimited. So how we defined is same, like we will add one option like option delimiter with semicolon. Okay, so first we'll see how it will read if you don't mention delimiter as separator. So first we'll see the input file. So that is delimiter underscore semicolon. That is this one. And see here. So all are separated with a semicolon. See here between columns and between values, everywhere it is separated by semicolon. So that delimiter I given here. So that means first I'm reading without a delimiter, and see here this semicolon. So that whole thing considered as one column, and values also, the all values it considering as one thing. That means this entire thing. So this entire thing considering as one value, and here also this entire thing considering as one value. And you can see this column. See, the columns are separated with semicolon, and data type is string type. Okay, so next what I will do, I will add this option. So dot option delimiter is semicolon. So now it will come in proper data frame format. And you can see this schema, the column and data type. So next we'll see I think I covered only these methods. Okay, so total I covered. So one is comma and escape not covered, comma, pipe and semicolon. Yeah, so total four formats I covered. So these things I will cover in next video. Okay. So total four formats I covered here. So generally you will get this kind of formats, these four formats. And sometimes you will get these formats also like escape, code, code escape. So these things I am going to create separate video on each topic. So that's all about this video on how to read CSV file in PySpark using different types of delimiters, or you can say separators. So that's all about this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.